Leaving Miami, thank God. Already been a long day, not a bad day, but I had a day where I just like woke up and I was thinking about goals I had, because I feel like now that I'm 24, it's just an age where I feel like the clock is ticking on certain things, and there's certain things already that I feel a little bit too old to do, which I know is a limiting belief. But anyway, there's just some goals that I've always had throughout my entire life, and I was realizing that every day that I say, oh, one day, is literally a day lost off of possibly doing that goal and making it less likely that I ever get there. So I just had this, I don't know if it was an epiphany or whatever, but this urgency. And I'm someone that responds very well to urgency. I think that it is a motivator for me to know that I have like a clock ticking or something counting down. So I felt just this like mental energy around what are the moving parts that I need to do in order to reach this goal? Who do I need to contact? Who do I need to reach out to? And I just got the ball rolling basically. And it's a little bit scary, especially because I feel like the universe tests you when you think about going for something. It brings back up lessons that maybe you have already felt this is crooked and I don't really care. Lessons that you feel you've already learned, but that they want to make sure that you've already gotten through or understand the lesson. So for example, like I tweeted out something about the Spotify Wrapped, like the end of your year thing, and I'm like, no one gives a shit. I'm sorry if there's a misunderstanding, no one gives a shit. I don't give a shit if you give a shit. Like, I was just joking because it's all over everyone's stories, and no one takes a fucking joke, especially not with me. And then I'll comment below like, oh, I don't know if I'm a woman, it was just because I'm a woman, or if no one can take jokes nowadays. And I always say that just because I think it's so funny. I think that's funny. And everyone comments, they're like, no, just people don't like you, or like jokes are supposed to be funny. I don't really care, but when it's like hundreds of those, it's like, literally, I think people just like see me and automatically like hate. And I know it's because, like, I'm triggering just because I'm dry, I'm sarcastic, I don't censor myself, I don't play either. Yeah, whatever. We can go into that another time. But I feel like it was a test from the universe, because depending on the goals that I reach, I go after, like, the more that I grow, it's going to come with more of this backlash and more of this hate and whatever. And it felt like a little test of, like, don't take it down. It gets fucking funny. I would have laughed if someone's like, I don't know if there's a misunderstanding, but no one gives a shit about yours. Like, I would have fucking laughed at that. Because I just feel like anytime someone's mean, I assume they're joking. Like, that's just because people are nice generally, unless they are going after someone because they're jealous. Jealousy, envy, attachment to what they think someone else has is, like, just the bane of a lot of people's existence. But every day that you think about doing something one day is one day going against your goal. So, like, even if it just means a phone call or talking to someone about, hey, what does this sound like? What should I do? That is one step closer to your goal. And even if you're not taking deliberate, like, setting up, paying, investing in something that would get you there, just the energetic action of reaching out, talking to someone, or making a mental note, a plan, will get you one step closer to that goal. I was just tired of having this goal and reliving certain situations about it in my head, instead of being like, I could reach out to these people and get the ball rolling. I'm not going to talk about it because I feel like I have a problem with expressing my goals and letting that energy leak out. I know that some people believe in the manifestation technique of acting as if you've already achieved it, versus there's some neurological evidence of thinking that you've already done something usually gives you the dopamine that you've already done it, and therefore makes you less motivated. Like, your brain already thinks that you've achieved it to some degree, so you're less motivated to actually go after it. So what I found is a lot more, like, what I've found a little bit more fulfilling for me is knowing that I have this many steps that I can do in my power to get the ball rolling. I'm going to do those and believe in myself fully and not let any noise creep in. So it's a little bit different than these people who are like, act as if. I don't fully feel that resonates with me, mostly just because I agree, like, acting as if, that's not really compatible with the way that I feel motivated more by urgency and by let's get the ball rolling. What the potential that it could be excites me. It's not like I don't visualize my goals. It's not like I'm not seeing myself the potential of getting there. But I think it combined both the Abrahamics kind of ease into it, see that you've already gotten there mindset in terms of, like, energetically, I know that I can get there. What would the behavior take to fully reach that? But I also believe in the more, like, immediate today evidence basis that I know Andrew Huberman on the Huberman Lab podcast I've talked about. It's probably one of the only things I listen to pretty religiously. He's talked in general about with goal setting, it does not help to be like fake it till you make it. It helps to understand what the linear path and steps that you can achieve can be. And he just released, I think, recently a podcast on that as of today, November 30th. So with that, like, I decided I'm going to get the ball rolling, and, like, I'm not going to let people who can't take jokes stop me. because I am so dry, and like I'm just like I'm not mean at all, but I'll be like, I'll make jokes like that, and I feel like other people's jokes are more slang. I don't know how to describe it in, I guess, a normal way, but a lot of people my age, which is like early 20s, early mid 20s, they talk in such a way where I feel like it's a different language. Zoomers, like teenagers, are the fucking worst. They're just like, all of a sudden my free page is full of like Riz. I feel like a fucking boomer. I'm like, what is Riz? Like, this is another language. I don't speak like that, and so I think people just assume I'm like 35 and am a like just whatever. And 35 is not old. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying with the way that I speak, people think I'm like much older than I am. Even though when I'm out in public, people are like, why is the 18-year-old? Like, if I am in no makeup and covering my tattoos and with my like big hair, it looks pretty young. But if you have a goal and you're like, oh, one day, fuck that today, even though it doesn't mean you have to fucking write the book today. You know, anyway, I need to go to the airport. They just called me and told me to get out of my room, so.
In another very typical Maren flight episode, my flight has been delayed 5 hours for a reason that seems like BS, but at least it means I can work. Because on the flight I can't work. But just delaying the not working. Capricornizing thoughts. Anyway, I had to cancel my Whole Foods order because I'm landing at like 10 now. Apparently they don't deliver that late, so that's kind of a travesty because I can't cook. But I booked a trip to LA for next week, so I'm only in town for like 3 days now, which normal Maren behavior. It's like I just can't stand the New York weather right now.
After a long ass day back in New York, finally, I have an exciting package to open. I want to talk a little bit more about manifesting because people always ask me like what I do, my take on it, that stuff. But I want to open this package first. This is not sponsored. I just am actually excited for this. So this is from Drop Dead Clothing, which is like Ollie Sykes's clothing line. Like, he's been posting about it for a while now, and I've wanted to buy something for a while, but I hadn't really seen anything red until recently. And I don't think I used any code or any sale or anything. I paid fucking full price, which is frustrating when you buy something and then like Black Friday happens and you're like, shit. Let's see. I think I only got 2 things. So do the small one first. I'm not going to try this on in this video. We'll do it in another video. I'm not changing at this point. Maybe I'll do a try on. Should I? I feel like I have to now for the marinara sauce family. Anyway, this looks dope. I remembered I had to get this in a size too big, I think. What size is this? Oh no, this is extra small, never mind. This is so cool. This is so fucking cool. Anyway, yeah, this is dope. This is the back. Like, and this is literally like what I see him wearing, so it just makes sense that, like, yes, this is dope. I'll wear this with like a red skirt. I can already see it. Then there's a jacket I got, and this is what I think I had to get in a size way too big, because I remember they were out of the size I wanted. But with jackets, like, you can get away with getting it too big. At least for me, like, I don't ever go off of just normal sizing. I'm just like, fuck it, I'll wear whatever it comes in. Okay, there's something in here. What is in here? Okay, there's a bag in this. Ooh, okay, this might be big on me, but I think this will be cool. So this is this jacket, this is the front, and this is the back. So this will go so well with that. Yeah, okay. I'm into this. Anyway, let me see what came. Okay, this is just a cute. Is this a sticker? Okay, never mind. This is just a thing. Oh, this. Wait, what is this? I don't know what this is. Safety pins. Safety pins, and what is this? What is this? Does this go somewhere in here? Am I not putting 2 and 2 together? I don't know. I don't understand. But anyway, I see this and then safety pins. Maybe it's just for like the cool factor. There's 3 safety pins in here, so I don't get it. But maybe it's just the cool factor. Am I supposed to like do this? This is a look. Maybe not. First, let's do skincare, because if I've just gotten back after a flight, that's like the first thing I think of doing. But in terms of manifesting, like I said earlier, I think it's both responding to your environment with action and also aligning yourself in a, this is gonna sound woo, but a frequency of being receptive, the receptive mode. I am an Abraham Hicks fan. I think that Abraham Hicks speaks very true law, and as humans, it's difficult for us to not hear that and think some things that are judgmental maybe. I hear people with their takes about Abraham Hicks saying that sometimes it is like just delusional or like entitled, and I'm like, but they're speaking straight law. It might trigger some interpretations of it. Anyway, so I think the receptive mode is definitely something that I resonate with. You can say I believe in, I definitely support it. And often that does come with taking action as well. For example, like did my face wash spill all over this? Please don't tell me my face wash spilled all over. I don't think my face wash did. I think we're good. Yeah, it's not all over this. A lot of the situations that have arisen in my life that have been really positive lately have been from one connection that a friend made me to another friend. And we just like mutually really benefited each other. And I didn't like enter that friendship out of work or out of action. I mean, I kind of met it through my career, but like it's not like I put effort into it. But the reason that I was open to meeting this person was because of me being in the receptive mode and just simply following what was in total alignment. Like me, there have been times where meeting someone, I'm just like the effort and the feeling of meeting this person is just not worth it. You know that feeling. It's not personal. It's not against that person's personality or them. But like when someone tries to introduce you, it's just like, no, like just stop. This was like not one of those times, and I did feel very called, but also the person that introduced us, I just respect the shit out of, and like they would not have introduced me to anyone that wasn't top tier. I feel the same way. Like I'm a master connector of people. No one in my circle is anything but absolute top tier. I can say that with like the utmost, like the utmost, like oh my god, that just, I don't want to say the hoops they've had to go through because it's not like I put tests up, but like if they've gotten through to me, basically they're like top tier. Just because I'm so skeptical, because people want a picture and then to fucking use you. Like until proven otherwise, they want a picture. They're not that I care. Take your picture. Like I want a picture if I meet someone cool. I'm not gonna ask because I've been like no, but get your picture, or you want something from me. It's always like a hey, what's up text. I will, if you hey, what's up me, I will go, what do you want? I will literally say, what do you want? Anyway, the receptive mode of like me meeting this person was just on point. And then through that, it just unlocked so many opportunities that feel so exciting and so incredible. And like I said, I'm not going to speak on a lot of them because I have a thing where I will speak about everything happening in my life because I don't get the big deal. I don't hide anything. I'm beyond just like open. But I now see that energetically, why is my hair looking so flat? Energetically, it's not always the best to be completely open about things that have not fully been confirmed yet, because sometimes, I don't know what it is, but that can just leak out and suddenly, maybe it's other people's motives, other people's opinion, it disrupts that flow. So, until something is literally like in the works, makes sense to market, I'm not going to speak on it. And all the people I admire are like, I don't want to say they're mysterious, but they're people that put out great works of art and then go silent. I accept that I'm not one of those people. I will bombard the internet and I will be just like far too much. But in another life, maybe I was one of those mysterious, like magnum opus people that then withdrew from the world and made great art and then like went silent. And those are the people that I admire the most. Like they'll drop an amazing album, they don't post about their life, but for now, here I am oversharing on TikTok every other day. Every day actually, like 10 times a day. But like I was saying, I think manifesting is aligning with the receptive mode and then taking action from it. I'd say every single one of the opportunities that I've ever gotten in my life has been for me taking extreme action towards it, but from a baseline of the receptive mode. So if you're forcing something that feels icky, like for example, my daily horoscopes started to feel icky a few weeks ago. So I've decided that starting at the end of this year, I'm not gonna have the daily horoscopes anymore. I might make written ones like a paid thing on Instagram for subscriptions, because writing them doesn't really, I don't mind, but filming them and then putting them up, I just can feel is not as fun, like literally just fun. Like that's the word I'll use. That's the most high caliber word I can think of. Making daily horoscopes is not as fun for me as maybe it once was, or maybe it's always not been fun, but I have now a better baseline of fun. And so I've decided that I'll talk about anything relevant coming up. Like if the moon is crossing Saturn and it lasts a day, I'll talk about it, but it won't be like today's daily horoscope kind of thing, maybe I can be convinced otherwise, but like it just doesn't feel fun in the same way anymore. Maybe I need to get out of my comfort zone, film them randomly out in public or something. This is a good example of my hair looking better, like literally a week after I wash it. Like the day that it's not even styled. I don't know, I just like big, messy hair. And my baby hairs get breakage easily, so it looks like I have layers. No, these hairs just like break off there because baby hairs. Anyway, it's the receptive mode and then taking action. There's nothing I've ever done that has just come to me. So if anyone is out there saying I'm like a Nepo baby or something, I don't know if you're trying to be like anti-Semitic or I'm just kidding. No one's trying to be anti-Semitic against me. You're calling me anti-Semitic, which is the stupidest shit in the world. I'm not even going to get into that, but I'm Jewish and online people think I'm anti-Semitic because I said that because my grandmother's a Holocaust survivor. She inspired me to go vegan to further minimize harm in the world. You can shut the fuck up if you're that's I talked about this fucking with her. I don't know. I don't understand. Anyway, being in the receptive mode, taking action, and also guarding that energy with not disclosing fully what is being manifested until it is like out of the womb. Because it's kind of like, or maybe it's more like once it's conceived. Like you can talk about the pregnancy, you're not gonna be able to hide that. Maybe, this is a really, really bad metaphor, but some of these things, it's like they're trying to be conceived and there's a lot of good things going on. This is just such a horrible metaphor, I don't want to go there, but I'm going to start guarding that because I work with a life coach, like a spiritual advisor. She's incredibly gifted. And one of the things we realize is that I don't feel like I've manifested anything. That everything that I've ever gotten has felt obvious and like I just put in the hard work into a formula and it happened. And on one hand, this makes sense because I feel like everything I have done has been what other people think is like sudden success, but for me is like literally a lifetime of creating this kind of content. And for that to happen, it did not feel like, oh, out of nowhere, this just fell into my lap. But I'm now realizing that for one, that doesn't really happen. Like things don't fall out of nowhere into your lap, but I can open up to more ease and more receptivity by not thinking that I have to struggle all the time. I don't mind stress and urgency. Like I said, I'm not one of the people that is like, I didn't come to the work for labor. No, I came to this work to like grind my fucking ass off and like kill it. Like that is me. I am hustle culture. If that offends you, if you think that that's somehow some ism, because people go crazy these days, it's not. It's literally just me and my personality. I love people around me that are a little more chill, who are like, I don't dream of labor, I just want to like be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. We get along, we're good friends, we compliment each other well. That's not me, but we compliment each other well. That urgency will always keep me like on my toes and working, but it does feel like I would like to maybe get some favors from the universe. That's the way I'd put it. It's favors from the universe. Okay, ignore the Hello Kitty shorts, not the focus. I'm obsessed with this top. I'm so into this, and it fits so well. This is like just an unpaid total ad for this, because actually don't quote me saying that because I'm gonna get sued by if someone's gonna say I didn't disclose or something. Anyway, I'm like so into this. This with like a red bottoms will look fire, and then with the jacket, and the jacket inside, this is so well made. This was worth, I don't remember how much this was, but this was like a little bit pricey, but and this goes together so well. This is too big for me, but I'm into it. I'm actually into this being too big. This is a medium. I'm usually an extra small or extra small. I'm into this though. I'm actually into like the men's look of this. Like it looks like I'm wearing my boyfriend's jacket as if I had such a mythical creature. Okay, well, anyway, this is going to conclude my Vlogmas day 2. I believe it's day 2 here. I don't know what I'm going to film about tomorrow, but I hope that this was clear. Actually, I want to film about how I manifest using astrology in my natal chart and timing. I think I'll take you through my day and talk about that. It's going to be a busy day, and I'm just going to be here doing like 4 readings in a row. So it's basically going to be workout, 4 readings in a row, do my other work in between. Because I don't have them 4 in a row back to back. I think I have like 30 minutes in between a few of them. So I'm gonna head out, but shout out, this is like so dope. And I'm happy to be back in New York before my next trip in a few days, so take care.